I want to make you a promise, not a big promise, a small one. But if you actually keep it, your English will not be the same by the end of this video. I'm not going to ask you to study for hours. I'm not going to give you a textbook. I'm going to give you words. Just words. But not the way anyone has ever given them to you before. Sit down or lie down. Wherever you are right now, get comfortable, because I don't want your body tense while your mind is trying to open up. Take one breath in. Let it out slowly. Good. Now listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is going to sound too simple to be true. And that's exactly why most people never do it. There are 20 words. Just 20. And I promise you, if you learn these 20 words tonight, say them out loud, repeat them, and come back tomorrow and tell me in the comments what you understood. Something in your English will shift. Not tomorrow, not next week. Tonight. While you're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, one of these words will come back to you on its own. That's how you'll know it worked. But before I give you the words, I need you to understand something about how your brain actually learns a language. Because nobody has ever explained this to you properly. Your brain doesn't fall in love with rules. It doesn't fall in love with grammar charts or verb tables. Your brain falls in love with feeling. When a word is attached to an emotion, it doesn't just sit in your memory, it lives there. That's why you can't forget the lyrics of a sad song you heard when you were heartbroken. But you forget a grammar rule 5 minutes after you read it. Feeling burns memory into your brain like fire into wood. So tonight, we're not going to memorize words. We're going to feel them. Let's begin. The first word is hope. Say it. Hope. Not just in your head. Out loud right now, wherever you are. Hope. Feel what that word means to you. Maybe it's the hope that your English improves. Maybe it's the hope that your life changes. Whatever it is, attach it to that feeling. Now, say a sentence. I have hope. Say it again. I have hope. Do you feel that? That's not just a word anymore. That's you. The second word is tired. Everybody knows this feeling. You don't need a definition. You need to say it while you actually feel it in your body right now. I am tired. Maybe you are. Maybe today was long. Say it anyway. I am tired. This is what makes language real, when the word matches the moment. The third word is trying. Not perfect. Not finished. Trying. This is the most important word for someone learning a new language. Because trying is the whole game. Say it. I am trying. Say it again, a little louder this time. I am trying. Nobody who is trying is failing. Remember that. The fourth word is nervous. Almost everyone learning English feels this before they speak. Your heart beats a little faster. Your palms get a little warm. Your mind goes blank for a second. That feeling has a name and now you know it. I feel nervous. Say it. I feel nervous. And here's something beautiful. The moment you can name a feeling in English, it starts to lose its power over you. The fifth word is proud. Think of one small thing you did today. Maybe you watched this far into this video. That's enough. Say it. I am proud. Say it again like you mean it. I am proud. Do you see what's happening here? We're only 5 words in, and you've already built 5 real sentences that actually describe your real life. This is not a textbook. This is you learning to speak about yourself. Let's keep going because we have 15 more words waiting, and each one is going to unlock something a little different inside you. The 6th word is quiet. Say it. Quiet. Maybe your room is quiet right now. Maybe your mind is finally quiet for the first time today because you're focused on this. I like it quiet. Say that. I like it quiet. The 7th word is brave. This word is heavier than it looks. Every single person who has ever learned to speak a new language had to be brave at least once. The first time they opened their mouth and let an imperfect sentence come out anyway. Say it. I am brave. Even if it feels strange to say it. I am brave because you are. You're here, aren't you? Still listening, still trying. The 8th word is warm, not just about weather. Say it about feeling. This tea is warm. This blanket is warm. Her smile was warm. Feel the difference between warm and just hot. Warm has kindness inside it. Say it, it feels warm. The 9th word is lost. Everyone has felt this. Lost in a new city. Lost in a conversation you didn't understand. Lost in your own thoughts. Say it. I feel lost sometimes. And that's okay. Saying it out loud in English doesn't make it worse. It makes it smaller. The 10th word is safe. This is the opposite of lost. And I want you to feel the contrast between them. Say it. I feel safe now. Maybe you feel safe here in this quiet moment, learning something new without anyone judging you. Say it again. I feel safe. We're halfway. 10 words in, and already your mouth has said things your mouth has probably never said in English before. That's not an accident. That's the method working. The 11th word is grateful. Say it slowly, because it's a longer word and it deserves the extra second. Grateful. I am grateful. Think of one person or one moment you're grateful for right now. Hold that thought while you say the sentence again. I am grateful. The 12th word is curious. This is the word that brought you here tonight, whether you realized it or not. Say it. I am curious. Curious about English. Curious about yourself. Curious about who you'll be once you can speak freely. I am curious. The 13th word is patient. Say it. I am patient. Learning takes time, and most people quit not because they're bad at learning, but because they run out of patience before their brain catches up. Say it again, like a promise to yourself. I am patient. The 14th word is strong, not about muscles, about the kind of strong that keeps showing up, even when it's hard. Say it. I am stronger than I think. Say that whole sentence out loud. I am stronger than I think. The 10th word is gentle. Say it. Be gentle with yourself. This is something I need you to hear, not just repeat. So many people learning English are cruel to themselves every time they make a mistake. Today, be gentle. Say it. I will be gentle with myself. The 16th word is real. Say it. This feels real. Not a textbook exercise. Real. Your feelings are real. Your effort is real. Your progress, even the parts you can't see yet, is real. Say it. This is real. The 17th word is ready. Say it. I am ready. You might not have felt ready 5 minutes ago, but say it now anyway, because readiness isn't something you wait for, it's something you decide. I am ready. The 18th word is peace. Say it slowly. Peace. I feel peace right now. Notice, even for just these few seconds, whether that's a little bit true. The 19th word is possible. Say it. It's possible. Whatever you thought was too far away, whatever version of yourself that speaks English confidently, without fear, without translating in your head first, say it. It's possible. And the 20th word, the last one, the one I want living in your mind tonight while you fall asleep, is mine. Say it. This is mine. This journey. This progress. This English. It's not borrowed from anyone else's timeline. It's not a race against other learners. It's yours. Say it one more time and mean it. This is mine. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back right now, right this second, and say all 20 words again, one after another, out loud. Hope, tired, trying, nervous, proud, quiet, brave, warm, lost, safe, grateful, curious, patient, strong, gentle, real, ready, peace, possible, mine. Notice something. These aren't random words a teacher picked out of a dictionary. These are the words of an actual human life. These are words you will use tomorrow and the day after and for the rest of your life. Because they don't belong to a classroom, they belong to being a person. Let me tell you why this method works better than memorizing a list of 50 vocabulary words you'll forget by Thursday. When you learn a word attached to nothing, your brain treats it like noise. It is nowhere to hold on to it. But when you learn a word attached to a feeling you actually felt in your body while you said it, your brain files it somewhere completely different. It doesn't go into the folder labeled information I might need for a test. It goes into the folder labeled who I am. And nobody forgets who they are. This is also why children learn language so naturally. Nobody hands a 2-year-old a vocabulary list. A child learns the word hungry the moment they feel hungry. They learn the word tired the moment their eyes start to close. Emotion and word arrive together, and that's why the learning sticks for life. Tonight, I gave that same experience back to you, just 20 small words at a time. I want to be honest with you about something. A lot of English channels will tell you that you need 300 words, 500 words, 1,000 words to sound fluent. And technically, yes, over time, your vocabulary will grow. But fluency was never really about how many words you know. Fluency is about how quickly the right word arrives when you need it. And the words that arrive the fastest are always the ones tied to feeling. That's why after tonight, when you feel nervous before a meeting, the word nervous is going to arrive in your mind in English without you even trying. Because you didn't just study it, you felt it. So here's your homework, and I promise it will take you less than 2 minutes. Before you close this video, say the 20 words one final time from memory, if you can, out loud in your own voice. Don't read them, feel them. And then, in the comments below, I want you to write just one sentence. Any one sentence using any of these 20 words. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be yours. Because when you write it publicly, when you commit to it in front of other people who are on the exact same journey as you, something changes. You stop being someone who watches English videos, and you start being someone who speaks English. I'll be reading the comments. I want to see your sentence. I want to see the word you connected with the most tonight. Maybe it was brave, maybe it was tired, maybe it was mine, whatever it was. That word is a small window into where you are right now in your life, and I think that's beautiful. Before you go, I want you to remember one more thing. You didn't come to this video by accident. Somewhere inside you, there's a version of yourself who is already fluent, already confident, already unafraid to speak. That version of you has been waiting. And every single word you'd said out loud tonight was one small step closer to becoming her or him. Not someday, not eventually, starting tonight. So say it one last time with me, the 19th word, because I think you need to hear it more than any other tonight. It's possible. And the last one, remember it as you close your eyes tonight. This is mine. I'll see you in the next one. Same time, same quiet room, same rain outside the window. Come back tomorrow and bring someone with you who also needs to hear this.